Want some background music, Captain?
You have Wagner, right? Play that.
Eliminate all enemy battle frames. Clear the path before we start the next phase.
Sorry, but I'm afraid there's going to be no flight.
Seems all battle frames in the combat area are unmanned.
What?
So,
all
my
drones?
friend Killer ended up making a tutorial on how to beat the Mirai fight, which ended up helping me quite a bit on my attempt to 100% this game, and allowed me to beat that fight on hard difficulty. In response, he wanted me to do a tutorial on how to do this mission, which I really can't blame him for, because there's quite a few annoyances about this mission that can cause me a little bit of trouble. But there are ways to circumvent it, and it's not completely impossible to get by without having to tear your hair out. Now, the easy part comes up first. You want to try to get rid of as many of the turrets nearby the Pentagon as you can. These things are the biggest threat to the chopper when it arrives, because these things are inevitable, and they will always be aggro toward the chopper no matter what you do. Now, all the enemies are on you at the moment, so you want to just try to kill as many of them as you can. Now, I don't know if it's enemy-based or time-based, based on how long it takes for the chopper to arrive. However, there are plenty of targets.
Looks like the defense has been lowered enough. Begin phase 2 of the operation.
Hey, Matt. Why are you sitting on the helmet? So I don't get shot in the crotch. Man, this is awesome!
Now, the M3 Strikers and the AF-18s are very easy to kill. If you do need to start having a little bit of trouble, just turn around and launch your missiles. They can pretty much take care of the AF-18s on their own.
Suffering is inevitable. All who live suffer. All who fight suffer. Continue your fight with this resolve. There is no fate but what we make. I acknowledge you. Destroyer!
Now I'm going to wait until my funnels and psycho drones are both reloaded and launch.
Deployed.
And as you can see, funnels and railguns pretty much clear out this perfectly easily. Now the main thing you want to keep in mind, and that's really important to this mission, is your mindness of the enemy's aggro. What aggro means is ultimately what the enemy will be attracted to and what it's going to try to attack. For example, in an RPG, if you attack an enemy, it's going to want to attack you. If your chopper gets too close to any of these enemies, they will gather towards it, and likewise, more of them will attack it as well. So, what you want to do is let the chopper go. What you want to do is get every single enemy on you, and try not to fly too close to the chopper.
Funnels deployed.
Is this overly specific for a mission like this? Probably. But something you can understand. Now, as you can see, the chopper's pretty much clear. You want to get as many enemies to target you as possible and make sure nobody slips by. Believe me, a couple of them slip by that you don't take care quick enough, and it's going to cause a massive uproar.
Funnels deployed.
And spam the crap out of your funnels. I cannot stress this enough. As you can see, we're a good bit of distance away, and there's nobody really attacking.
This is Shorebird. We have arrived at the target building. All right, ladies, time to move!
Great. Protect the Shorebird while they are standing by.
Go, go, go! Blue team, you're with me. Red team, check the other side.
Everybody's on me, and that's exactly what I need.
This building is so
you want to
freaking
keep
huge.
constant watch of that chopper.
Now where is that sonar drone?
If someone
I
does,
told
take
you
care
not
of them
to
as soon
bring
as
useless
possible.
stuff! Stop
being
acting
said,
like that
outside
blue
of all we
robot
really need
cat
to do is
thing!
focus on the amount of targets being around.
Contact! We got
Which,
contacts in here!
Well, this game excels at combat, so I enjoy doing this. Now, him, I'm a little bit worried
Fire your
about, because
grenades
Hillary's
to
trying
mark
to attack me.
location.
If you see an enemy and they're attacking you, but they're close to the chopper, just
This
keep
is
shooting
Alpha
at them and
Team!
luring
We're
them to
fighting
you.
enemies at the
They will keep trying to
staircase!
attack you.
Which staircase? Which one is it? Be
You
more
matter
specific!
to the enemy more than the president does, so just keep on trying to get their attention. Always bait them in fishing terms. Might as well take this time to decide this. a little response to what Killer ended up saying in his review. Now, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get this out of the way before Killer inevitably rants about how bad Rise of Skywalker was. However, he was talking about how these missions were 10 million relief plans of BS, and honestly, I couldn't help but have quite a bit of disagreement with that idea. Unlike 10 million relief plan, where you have a bunch of targets that have a bunch of friendly targets that pretty much can't defend themselves, you can easily just aggro all the enemies over to you and just force it into one big furball, which this game really excels at making, because the combat in this game is simply fantastic.
Red team here. I think we found our package.
Use the flashbang.
Once again, nobody's really attacking that tribal. Just try to get everybody on you. Now, admittedly, there will be some cases where you fly a little too close to the
hauling our asses out of here, now!
Attack it. And that is worth a restart, because something like that can be very easy to mess up, and it can very easily cause a
No!
Leave him. He's dead.
No! We go together. No one gets left behind.
The thing is that this mission, and the mission previous to it, are really not that hard on normal difficulty, which is the intended difficulty to play at. And on hard difficulty, sure, it's hard, what do you expect? But it's not like there isn't a strategy to being able to beat them relatively comfortably. Every mission in this game has a set strategy to it. And either has a set strategy that you can use to beat it, or you can just outright get away with just shooting everything and calling it a day.
Funnels deployed.
As you can see, the chopper is taking basically
got the
zero
VIP!
damage. Well, part of his health is gone, but
He
still.
said he wants to speak to you. Should we tell you who he is? Look, the VIP got shot. Don't worry about me. Look after that soldier.
Is that President Sean Soloway, sir?
That voice. Lieutenant Colonel Ingrid from Mithril, aren't you?
Now, I'm not going to dilly-dally.
girl should be
It
around
did
here,
take
too.
me a second.
Yes,
It
sir.
did take me 2
Mirai,
tries to
sir.
do this. This is my
the second time you've rescued me.
The
After
first
last
try, I
time,
flew a
they took me
little bit too
hostage.
close to the president, and too many people started to swarm.
Wait,
So
who
this
is
isn't a
they?
perfect strategy by any means. Well, it is, provided that they manage.
Funnels deployed.
Execution is what matters, not really the strategy itself.
Hey,
That being
aren't
said,
these the
this
guys
isn't
who
really a
escorted
hard
Air Force One and
Just have
took
to
down
be
the
cautious.
Patriot?
Are you kidding me? This is all of them? Unbelievable!
We're suddenly quite famous, aren't we?
You're talking way too much.
On the contrary, he's not speaking enough. You're pretty much safe to just go all out from here. Well, unfortunately, you're not going to have too much time.
Battle frame's damage is at 30%. Funnels deployed.
This is Shorebird. We have left the combat area. Thanks for the assist.
Now the third
Detecting
phase.
energy buildup.
This phase is pretty
Wait.
easy, especially
Where
if
is
you do.
this coming from?
And even if you do end up
Under the
dying,
water?
there is a checkpoint that restores all of your
Mirai,
health
Morgan,
and ammo.
something is
So
approaching
this
from
second
below the
phase
sea.
relates to that big
Prepare for
mission.
combat.
That being said, might as well go through
Can
it
you
anyway.
hear me, humans? I am Anapanasti. Life is short. Death is forever.
Decoys ready.
I have slumbered through a great many wars and can ignore the call of battle no longer. Now you will reap the harvest of your season. You will wish for death, and I shall grant it.
Mirai, Morgan, we have no information on this battle frame. Don't get too close to it. Watch for its attack patterns.
You still live? This is entertaining. You will wish for death, and I shall grant
Watch
it.
for those capture drones. They can
I
be an
will
absolute pain to
destroy
get caught.
all.
That being said, all
Capture
you really have to do is
drones.
just out
Morgan,
just outrange
Mirai,
it.
that weapon will slow down your battle frame. Don't let it catch you. If all of them lock onto you at once, you will be immobilized.
Humans, suffer the torments you so freely inflict. Missile massacre.
nice little chase right there.
Capturing the target for elimination. No hope, no future, no existence, no reason to resist.
Armor point down 50%.
This is something I should have mentioned. You should be sure not to
You
run out of
still
boost.
live? This is entertaining.
These things do run out eventually. Use your decoys as much as humanly possible until you do eventually break out.
Enough! Humanity has run out of time! Tracking target. Guns, guns, guns! Missile massacre!
Deployed. Decoys ready.
Now you can hit the thing in flight mode, it'll just be very difficult, but don't be afraid to just keep range spamming it until it eventually dies.
You are going to die.
Capture drones. Again, just spam your decoys as much as possible.
Funnels deployed. Brain damage is at critical condition.
You still live? This is entertaining.
Now, admittedly, this isn't a particularly good run, I admit. I honestly do finish this a lot quicker than usual. However, at this time, I just had a bad luck with the boost. That being said,
Capturing the target for elimination.
low health, so I should be fine. There we go.
Birth, life, death. All things must come to an end.
I finally got the intel. XJP-H1 Anapanasti is a weapon project created in the 2040s. It is a weapon platform controlled by a sentient AI, capable of learning and evolving itself.
So that was pretty much the idea right there.
It seems like it was shot down and went into
All you really need to
hibernation
do is
during war.
just get the enemy's
It was
attention
recently
and keep it
recovered
on
by
you.
the Children of Fallen Nations and refurbished with modern weapons and engine drives, but the core of the AI remained the same.
For the one or two of you
The same one used by the
I
United
hope this
States
helps.
Ministry of
So, yeah.
Defense during the War of the Old World Nations.